What is up? It's your boy Johnny Shreve. I have BB Promos and Tell Like It Is. Welcome back to a podcast. Been a while, guys. Before we start, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. A lot of you guys are watching the videos but not subscribing. So in order to not miss any of this great, juicy, free information, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button so next time I put a video, we'll be the first ones to get it. We're going to talk freely today, guys. We're going to talk training and health, wellness, and all the good stuff because you know what? It's the end of the year, and guess what's going to happen? New Year's resolutions. And this means a bunch of beginners and a bunch of newbies going to the gym that might fall in the same steps that a lot of you guys may have, which is basically following any old person on Instagram or YouTube that has some kind of training advice is probably extremely wrong or just off. So we're going to try to correct those mistakes right away and get you guys off on the right start. And some of you guys who are listening right now probably can just go with a little bit of a re-up on some knowledge and whatnot. So I have these really cool emails that we're going out. So if you guys want to get a lot of the really good free stuff we're putting out, we're going to turn this a little bit like this. I'm putting out free video content specific and special to those who sign up to my email. So make sure you guys sign up to my email at the end of this video and you'll get these really cool 2-part video series on some training, mistakes I've seen being made all the time and whatnot. So we're going to continue with that. So if you guys want to get all that exclusivity, sign up for my emails. Anyway, so apart from all that, collecting some information from the emails that are being put out and ask some questions and whatnot, there's been some very good questions out there that I thought that I would answer right away that I think would really help you guys on your beginning of your journey, and some of you guys who are actually just in the midst of your journey, your fitness journey right now anyway. And one of the big things is we have to understand is overtraining. So one of the questions I had was overtraining. How do you know when you're overtraining, how to avoid it? Now, that is the thing that I find a lot of people get really mixed up. Overtraining is something that is perceived in a sense that most people don't really understand overtraining in a sense, or just kicking a dead horse. Now, when I talk about overtraining, I'm actually talking about the symptoms of overtraining, the legitimate, you've overtrained, your sleep is being disturbed, like you're not sleeping well at nighttime, you're not recovering well, your motivation for the gym is completely lacked at that point. Now we're talking about, and the question basically is like, how do you know if you are overtraining? Well, let's just say that we have taken care of all of the things that we can take care of in our control. Let's just say that we are eating the right amount of calories. We're not overeating, we're not under-eating. And let's say that up until this point of you maybe feeling overtraining symptoms is that you've basically been taking the right amount of rest and sleeping, whatnot, eating the right amount of food, you're recovering well, you're stretching, let's say all those things are being handled right now. And all of a sudden, you have a nice, you start feeling little weird nicks, nagging, lingering pains that aren't going away. And you decide, I'm gonna take a deload week. I'm gonna take a deload and we're gonna decrease the weight load of about 40, percent. I'm gonna really hit it around 60% of my overall load. Let my body relax a bit while I'm still able to kind of continue to train. And you find out even in that deload that the pain in your elbow isn't going away. That pain in your hip, you're starting to feel pains and discomfort in your joints. You know what I mean? Or, you train chest on Monday and it's Thursday and your chest still hurts. Not only does your chest hurt, but your shoulders are hurting too, and your form is pretty good. So you got to think about those kind of things. Those are kind of some signs there that you're starting to overtrain because your body's not recovering as it should or used to. I'll give you guys examples of things that you should look out for. If you're stretching and you're mobile and whatnot and doing you're taking care of X, Y, and Z, and you're starting to feel still that your shoulder is still hurting after days of not training shoulders. Not just the muscle in a sense, but like the joint itself. You're starting to you know what I mean? You're like, it hurts, something like that. Or apart from the physical aspect of it from training wise, but you're trying to sleep at nighttime. You're tired from training and you're ready to go to bed, but you're just having the most restless sleep. You're not getting thorough sleep. And let's say you have sleep apnea. And you're using a CPAP machine and your sleep has been good. Then all of a sudden your sleep is being disrupted for some weird reason. Remember, you're eating well too, right? We're going to make this example. We're making this example of someone who is already taking care of themselves already. right? So it's not like they're not stretching, they're not, sleeping well, not all these things. Those could be the issues. We're talking about they're taking care of what they should be taking care of, and these things keep happening. So sleep is another one of those things, because again, if sleep's being disrupted like that, then guess what? Not only top of the overtraining, you're not recovering. So those type of things. And then let's say up until this point, your appetite's been gravy. You're in the point where even, you've been through the off season already, or just a regular person, you got to the point where you're in a great regimen, your hunger is good, where it should be, you're getting hungry, after a few hours, or when around the time you train, whatever, right? Those things are good. All of a sudden, you don't have an appetite. You don't really care to eat. I don't want to eat anymore, right? All of those things are some signs of overtraining that would add to make the symptoms even worse, and then the results of getting the proper recovery even worse. That is overtraining. Now, if you're not doing all those other things, like you're not stretching, you're not eating properly, don't talk about overtraining. Let's get your shit together first before we start talking about overtraining. Overtraining happens when we've taken care of X, Y, Z. If you're not training properly, if you're not getting the right amount of sleep, if you're not eating the right amount of calories, if you're not taking care of your body in terms of massage therapy, stretching, mobility work, whatever it is, we can't talk about overtraining until you have taken care of those things. So those are some overtraining symptoms you have. Now, there's the question is, how do I treat it? How do I overcome, overtraining? Number one, take the required amount of rest that you need. Stop the whole no days off bullshit. Your body needs a day off, okay? NASCARs can't go lap to lap without taking a pit stop. You have to take a pit stop. And I recommend, if say you're doing a push-pull legs, like say you're doing my push-pull legs, say you're following the training plans in my push-pull legs training ebook, and you're training 6 days a week, and you're, I would recommend that if you're starting to feel a little tired, take the rest in between. So take the, push-pull legs, rest, push-pull legs, rest. Or, if you're from starting off, if you're doing a push-pull legs, and then rest, I would recommend going back to what I just said. If you're starting to feel like, you're not recovering as much, take that break in between the push-pull legs. The first triplet, and then after the second triplet. Now, at that point, if your sleep's not messed up at that point, but you're not feeling you're recovering enough, take a deload week. Take time off to deload. And then after the deload, if the deload still isn't taking care of business, actually take time off the gym. Get out of the gym. A lot of you guys are going to the gym on habit. Literally, you guys love the gym so damn much. And I'm like, I can't go to the gym. I cannot go to the gym. If I'm going to the gym, my head's not in the game. My whole life's screwed up. That's kind of fine, but it's not. Remember, the gym is something that has to be a positive thing, not something that's going to blanket other problems in your life. That should not be what the gym is for. The gym should be what it is and what it is only, right? Yes, it does bring us joy and peace in our lives to most people. It does for me for sure. And it brings a feeling of balance. Yes, there's people out here who are actually watching who are really in the gym in an unhealthy way, where, let's put it this way. If you can't step away from something for a full day without feeling like your life is going to crumble, that is an issue. So those are things you need to really, really pay attention to when it comes to overtraining. And again, to avoid overtraining, just make sure you're resting enough. I had an athlete of mine whose shoulder's been just, nagging shoulder injury. This and that, and the other. And she's done all the things that she's supposed to do. And I'm like, look, take 3 to 5 days off. Take 3 days off. If you're not feeling like, your shoulder's doing good at that point, take 2 more days off. Push a week if you have to. But in those days that you're taking time off, I want you to go see a massage therapist, a chiropractor, physiotherapist. Do all those things. Take care of your body. You only have one body. So don't ignore those things and put it off. If you want to continue to train, my coach always said to me, and a lot of us who are training who decide, not to take the proper rest, it's like, you're no good to me injured. And it's true. Good luck to any of your gains when you're sitting in bed with a nagging shoulder injury or knee or whatever, or worse, you actually end up tearing or hurting something. Your body's going to tell you and give you enough biofeedback to be like, yo, chill out. I need a break. Call it a day, right? So that's what I thought I'd give you guys today, guys. Some little info there going into maybe your new year, your new whatever it is, or you're continuing your fitness journey. I recommend that you take the proper time to rest. Do the things you need to do to take care of your body in terms of massage therapy, deep tissue massage, some physio, chiropractor, and then doing your own stuff, like your own mobile work, stretching. I see a private yoga instructor that does, we do 30 minutes of yoga, being in some kind of flow, so go to the end or whatever it is, and then manual stretching. And that is something that I need to do for me to be able to, continue my fitness journey and all the things that I want to achieve with my physique, being athletic and whatnot. So that's why I thought I'd give you guys some goals before the end of the year, so you guys can continue your fitness journey, or you guys starting, you want to get a head start. Rest when you need to, take time off when you need to, and listen to your body. Don't run into the ground. Anyway, guys, hope you liked the video, guys. If you did, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. I'm gonna come with the tell like it is, transparent, vulnerable truth for coaching. JohnnyShreve.com. Also, if you want to if you want to take advantage of the free content I'm putting out privately, these aren't YouTube videos at all. This is something that goes out to my email list that I send out, nice motivational emails and video series on just basic, training mistakes, things that can help better your training overall. Sign up to my emails. Check out the descriptions below. They will help save your life or change your life for the better. HGLT supplements. Use that link. This channel gets paid. Also, let's get checked. Fit Army, my ebook, the works. Get down there. I'm telling you, man, change your life or save it. Anyway, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Send me your progress pics, your foodie pics, and your training clips, and I'll repost it for you guys, because you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron. Progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.